attached to it. Yeah. Like parang I think there are 30 plus classifications of gender now. Diba ang dami? Yeah. Yeah. So,
Can I answer this?
yeah. Yeah, just ask.
I don't think there are gender roles today already because we destroyed the wall of having women work at home and men working there outside already, since men and women are supposed to be equal today because we are working for what we want already.
Miss Universe.
Wow. Oh God. I don't know, like bouncing off what she said, like yeah, sure, like gender roles are starting to be broken, but then yeah, there are still like some social and like culture, like social norms which still allow the gender roles to perpetrate in society. I don't know, like so
It's mixing things, right?
yeah.
Male gender roles, being the provider of the family, being the strong one, being the one people to make the decisions in the family.
And how do you think this affects how men conduct themselves to the society?
Because of course, being the family is the smallest social unit, that eventually what he does there, he carries it out to society. That's why you see more male CEOs, males holding higher positions, because people think that because the male role is to become the provider, become the one who makes all the decisions, that they give him higher spots in the workplace.
The way gender roles affect my life is that people perceive guys to need to act, dress, speak a certain way, and I can't deny that has an effect in how I dress, act, and speak. Sometimes the kind of things that I choose, or the kind of things I choose to do, or how I interact with other people. Definitely the way that people perceive how guys should be perceived affects how I interact with other people. And it just inevitably affects how I am as a person.
I think, like, parang gender roles, it's because of what happened, like, in the past. Like, because parang history tends to repeat itself. So, when something is ingrained in society for a long time, it takes a long time for it to, like, get out. That's why, parang people, everybody, like, even if we don't think about, like, oh, it's like, we want to break the stereotype na parang, just because we're girls, like, we don't have to just stay at home. But, like, it's so hard to break a stereotype because it's been happening for like hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So for you to break something, like the movement needs to like be a long time for it to like progress. But we're like doing it now, but like it's not yet at the
Like I just feel like, I mean, with the times now, like there's less distinction between gender roles of men and women, because with all the fight for equality and stuff, I mean people can see naman na there's really not much difference. People are people basically. So,
I don't know. I think kasi na like in our generation, if it's like how millennials think of like with gender roles, I think we're a lot more open than how it was. Actually, I think we are the ones making the change in the gender roles, and I really think it's necessary because yun nga, like there's still a lot of discrimination with women in terms of them rising in like the corporate world or in government and stuff like that, and a lot of our rights are also being denied. And in line with that also, sometimes men are also forgotten. Like some people think that it's just women that get raped, there's just women that are sexually harassed and stuff, and they forget that men go through some sort of discrimination also.
So I guess like gender roles we learned in class, it's how people see the different roles of a specific gender should be, like how a girl or a woman or a man or male should act in society. And in the experiment I saw, or like we saw, that a lot of the gender roles are kind of the same, or people perceive gender roles to be the same for a specific gender. Like when you asked for female gender roles, a lot of them said their role was to be nurturing, to care for the family, and then for males it was provide for people like through livelihood or for security and stuff like that. So more or less the gender roles that people think of for male and female are more or less the same. But at the same time, in the interviews when we ask them if they think they should change gender roles or what should they do anything about it, or do they think gender roles now are good? A lot of them said that nowadays gender roles are more flexible. Like people are more accepting of gender roles. Like they're not limited to a specific box, as compared to the past wherein people, or like male and female, were known, or they had to comply to a specific gender role. So I guess through our impromptu experiment, or through our impromptu questioning, I realized that yes, there is still a common gender role nowadays, but then at the same time, these gender roles are more flexible because people are accepting, or they realize that we're not limited to these roles.